to the We Love Wrestling spot. My name is Terry. I'm with Jinx from the Pretty Hills, and today we are with a tag team, a group that you should know. We're with the Culture Inc. How are you doing today, guys?
Doing
Hey,
blessed,
how's it going?
blessed.
So before we start off, can you introduce yourselves? Tell everybody who you are.
All right.
All right, well, I'm halfway on the screen, but I'm fully Malik Bosidi.
And I go by Nick J. Holiday, Eli Knight. And together we form
Culture.
Culture
Inc.
Inc. I ain't gonna say the same time.
All right, Culture Inc. So I've seen a lot about you guys. So the first question I asked before we get into it is, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Good question. Go
What's
ahead.
up? Okay, so I mean, I can go on and on, but I'm not gonna drag everybody through it. So, long story short, I grew up with my father watching it. I watched some WWF, but we mainly watched WCW. So, a lot of luchador action got me into it. A lot of stories from there got me into it. And growing up wrestling with the homies, just trying to just a competition thing. And I always had a love for him from there. And then, um, as of years ago, I decided to pursue it in a career in a square circle. So here I am now. There you go. Go ahead. You want me to go?
Yeah, you got it. So, yeah, about when I was like 6 years old, I can't believe you slid down. There we go. So, about like when I was 6 years old, from what I remember, we just watched a bunch of WWE. It was me, my brother. Every single day we would wrestle when Raw or SmackDown was on, and we broke about like 85 beds just wrestling each other, like doing that stuff all the time. That's where my love of wrestling started. Like I kid you not, from 7 years old to I think 15 years old, I literally wrestled a pillow. I wrestled a pillow, just pretending that I was like a WWE superstar. I was just like trying to just like have fun. And about when I was 15, that's when I decided, I want to do this for my life.
With me, it was pretty crazy, man. I came across wrestling off of a commercial. Like I told some, yeah, like straight up. I was watching this old cartoon series on Disney called Fillmore, and there was a commercial, and I was flipping the channels, man. And as I'm flipping, I remember the preview, the commercial specifically. It was a promo for Unforgiven 2003. If y'all remember that, that was, I believe, the headliner was Goldberg versus Triple H, Shane McMahon and Kane. And I think they had another match with Jericho, RVD, and Christian for some damn Intercontinental title. So I remember the way they advertised it and they lined it up and they had a little soundtrack going and the stories they were showing. It just made me a fan instantly. And then I tried to figure out if this was a TV show. Obviously, the commercial was a pay-per-view. So I came across SmackDown before Raw. And then my first SmackDown match I remember seeing back in '03, crazy enough, was the Kurt Angle Brock Lesnar Iron Man match, 60 minutes. So I saw that, man, and I was immediately hooked. I've been a fan of SmackDowns ever since in WWE. Mainly the ruthless aggression era. I don't know what they got going on now.
So, do you not watch wrestling now? You say you don't know what they got going on now.
I mean, I know what they got going on, but it's not something I want to sit through and watch. You know what I'm saying? Other than the Hurt Business, they doing their thing. MVP elevating black talent as it is. I'm waiting for him to go ahead and add Naomi to the mix, and then they really finna start some trouble.
So, I mean, I got to go into it. Why not? Why don't you watch it now? Is it you're not seeing the representation that you like?
Nah, man. Like right now, you got this 5-star athlete that go by the name Ricochet, and then you gonna have him fly all the way to Saudi Arabia in the promo before the match. The build up is longer than the match, bro. And then they ain't done nothing with him since. You know what I'm saying? So they wasting him. Apollo Crews, he needs to be in the heavyweight division. I don't know why they got him in the mid card, and some other stuff. But other than that, nothing else can keep my attention besides like New Day and the Hurt Business, and that's about it. But they just split up the New Day, so I'm just back to, you know what I'm saying, like Fight TV. You know what I'm saying? And independent shows. Oh, she's like the guest is here. The first lady of culture.
Queen has arrived.
Well, do you want to introduce yourself to the people since you just came in?
Hey, I'm Kaya Dream, everybody. I'm sorry. I was trying to find everybody. How y'all doing?
Well, Kaya, we're good. The question we was on was, well, what started your love for wrestling, or why do you love wrestling?
I just growing up watching it. My dad always watched wrestling, and I instantly got hooked. And we would go to the shows, and it was just so cool to me. Like I always wanted to be Mickey James, and just love wrestling.
All right. Now, I do want to ask the name Culture Inc. Who came up to the name? What's the story behind the name?
Go ahead, head of culture.
I mean, who said I was head of culture? I mean, I just.
Your Instagram, dude.
Okay.
Okay, we can scoot you.
Hold on.
Put the table back.
Yeah, let me see if I can get in. There we go. That's the 4-person shot right there.
There we go.
Okay, so look. Okay, so it all started. There was a seminar. We were all three of us.
He said the name though.
The name.
Not how we started. How the name.
Okay, so when he came to me, Malik came to me and asked me if I'd be the manager for him and Tim. So I get on the phone and I'm looking for him and Eli, and I'm looking for a name. So I'm binging some stuff like off of Fortnite. I'm looking at some. They got some good gang names. They got some squad names and all that stuff on there. So I was looking up some names on there, right? So as I got my name for Fortnite, bro, I wasn't quit wrestling. Okay, whatever. So as I'm looking for some on there, I came across one specifically that was the name Culture Club. Okay, so I pitched the name to both of them and they was cool with it. Not
the culture part.
The culture part. So I didn't know the Culture Club was another kind of boy band that was overseas or something like that. Some kind of Gorgeous George type fellas overseas. Yeah, young professor told us about that, so I had to change the culture because we was gonna just keep culture, but then Cardi B came out with the baby and just named her Culture. The album is just called Culture, so we just couldn't keep that one word as a name. So I remember I was chopping it up with my boy Malik at his shoot.
There you go. You ain't gonna mess up on me.
And I was listening to some old school R&B, man, specifically one of the hottest dudes from the early 2000s, Ja Rule and Ashanti, and I remember them kept saying Murder Inc., Murder Inc., Murder Inc. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, how about we just put Inc. behind Culture and Culture Inc. So I pitched it to him at the shoot, and the rest is history.
It worked. As for how we started, to go into that, we did ask Nick to be our manager, but at a seminar, Salvio Vega seminar, he decided to put me and Eli together, obvious reasons.
We're black and athletic.
Yeah.
They can flip.
So I mean, not like it was a bad move, it's actually a real smart move. It's a move that we didn't even realize at the time, so, and we just took off from there.
So how long have you two been tagging up?
2 years this year.
2 years.
This month.
2 years. 2 years.
This month.
When was it? October 2018.
September.
Yeah. So when did Kaya get added to the group?
I want to say it was early. It was early this year. I want to say
Early this year.
April or May. April or May.
I'm new, so.
Okay. Now the reason Jinx is here because she saw you guys at the recording. Now we recorded with somebody last week that mentioned one of you guys, but I'm gonna throw it to Jinx so she can talk about that.
I'm not bringing that up.
Yo.
Go to the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel. But of course, like Terry said, I came out to the shows, the recordings, and watched everything. That's how I was like, oh, they dope. Let's go ahead and get them on. One thing that I usually ask is, where do you see Culture Inc. going in the future?
Straight to the top.
Amen.
Wherever we going straight to the top.
Okay.
Anything less.
Yeah, we ain't gonna play.
Yeah, for
okay.
Sure.
the sole mission is still the sole mission is to change the culture of all the promotions in professional wrestling, specifically all the major ones. So I want to say two to three of them. Less than that, you're gonna see Coach Inc. sign with a major promotion, all four of us collectively.
Okay. So, and that brings me to, since you say change the culture in professional wrestling. Again, I seen y'all down in Miami at F.E.W. Black owned promotion. How did you all get involved with F.E.W. and where do you see things like Kaya say straight to the top? Do you see you all holding gold once everything start flowing more within F.E.W.?
How we the business situation with F.E.W. happened. A proposition was brought over to our attention, Nick specifically, and we talked about it collectively. Looked at the background of it, looking at the accolades that they have and the achievements they had, which is a real good company. You know what I'm saying? Which I like to include real good production also. That's how it happened, you know. So we decided, okay, we'll come down. We'll do the tapings also, you know, and the vibe was just good. Like it's just I couldn't.
Shout out to JB Smooth.
Yeah,
man.
good is an understatement
JB.
for it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, the vibe down there, you know,
It can be cool and smooth.
It was just good. All right, guys. But yeah, my bad. What was the other question, Jinxie?
Do you see yourself here in the near future putting on the tag though and you, Kaya, with the Flares division around your champ?
I guess so for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Now you see, you know what that would be doing, huh? That would be us fulfilling the prophecy of changing the culture and fighting Evolution Wrestling.
Okay.
One of many. Yeah, one of many, exactly.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna take over the commentary desk, you know what I'm saying? Add a little flavor to it, you know what I'm saying? Put a little culture on the mic.
Add a little salt to it.
Yeah.
Add a little pepper to it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You got anything else, Terry?
Oh yeah, I got a couple more things to do. You know what I'm saying? We just they coming on Few, but I also was watching a show, I believe last Thursday, F.W.E. Fury TV down in San Antonio.
There we go.
See some of y'all out there. You know, I see y'all. I watch wrestling from everywhere. So I mean, just tell the people where else we can see y'all at, because you're not just gonna be on the Few channel. You're gonna be on a couple channels.
Yeah, man. We
Look us in, big dog.
Yeah, man. Look, so referencing the SWE Fury out there in Texas, they running promotions out of venues in San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Sherman. Me, I'm a resident of Houston now. So with that being said, fly back and forth to fulfill obligations here with Coach Inc. But while I'm out there, I'm trying to orchestrate some moves for the culture to be added to the Texas promotions. We're well known in all the Florida promotions, but we're not stagnant. We don't want to be complacent with that. We want to be dissatisfied with that. We want to also take over the territories: Texas, California, New York. You know what I'm saying? Wisconsin.
And we're not limiting just the stateside either. So
yeah,
definitely we're going for Japan, Australia, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Thailand. They have it. Africa, definitely. You know, Europe.
West Korea.
We're not limiting.
So with that being said, what you said when you came across some of us there, I was there on location, trying to get the foot in the door for Coach Inc. to come out there and wrestle some of the best talent out there in Texas, because we wrestle the best talent out here in Florida, and we want to take our competition to the next level and see how other people work in other states, along with Kaya. So in the near future, you will for sure see us here in Florida at all the F.E.W. of course, Fighting Evolution Wrestling. Go wrestle out there in Daytona. I want to see us at GCW Generation Championship Wrestling in the near future. You're gonna see Kaya at some promotions.
I'll be a GIP.
Stop. I'll talk about this in a second. You say you're gonna be at,
I seen it.
You say you're gonna be at Generation Championship Wrestling? Did you? You just said you're gonna be at GCW?
Yeah.
So I mean,
somewhere we could pop up there down the road.
Oh, down the road. So I mean,
Yo, talk to us, Trey D.
Yeah, what's
I,
up?
Talk
He
that talk.
basically want to ask, are y'all gonna be there next month? Are y'all on the
No.
card in November? Okay.
No, down the road, but
What's
not
going
the
on?
next month. I think gonna be in Indianapolis, I believe, next month.
What's going
Okay.
on, Trey D?
nah, they was just here in Indy on the 26th.
Oh,
Next
that's what it
month,
was. That's what it was.
they will be in Tampa for the Diamond Cup. Ooh,
Yeah.
Diamond Cup. Well, never mind. But if you guys are going to be at Generation Championship Wrestling, they do have a tag team there called the Metro Brothers.
Yeah.
Um, and Kaya, they're about to have their tournament to crown the new women's champion there on the 13th. So I mean, are you guys trying to make your shot to get on GCW 15? Because no, the next one is 14. And only reason I know all this because we're helping sponsor the last two events. So when you make a statement like that, I have to ask the question.
Yeah. All I can say about that is 2 words for that.
Put it like, excuse me, stay woke.
Stay woke.
On top of that, I mean, we've been there with them before, so we've done good business with them as well. So we're definitely looking forward to, hopefully coming back sometime, see all of us, how we all evolved, and definitely change the culture in DCW this time.
And give the Metros that work, for sure. Give them that smoke.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that. Survive starts October 31st at 6 p.m., which you can see Culture and Kaya Dream, all of them on the show. You can watch that on YouTube, Roku, Amazon. Also in New York, Detroit, they have channels on Comcast at 6 p.m. that you can check them out on. F.E.W. Fighting Evolution Wrestling coming soon to you. Talked about Generation Championship Wrestling. Okay. Culture Inc. Now, I talked to some people. There's a match that I want to see you guys in. I'm not going to tell you that match unless it's able to happen. Okay. But Black Wrestlers Matters 2, Juneteenth, 2021. Is the whole culture ain't going to be in the building? Because we're trying to get the whole culture there.
Can be. What's up?
Hey, man, for sure.
We can be. We can make it happen.
Yeah, they got us on social media. They got our emails. You feel me? They got like our Instagram. Y'all give us a call. You know saying what that Chingy song go? We one call away now. We'll pull up.
We'll
pull up and showcase for the culture. Only the culture can. All right, we're only one call away.
Where's the location at for it?
It's in North
Carolina. It's in Iowa.
Iowa. Hold on. Stop. Jinx, we are not gonna pass up that this man just referenced Chingy.
Yeah, he did.
I know.
What's wrong with what's wrong with Chingy?
Oh, it's 2020.
Bro, what's wrong with
that part?
Okay, look, just like today's WWE products suck. I hate to say it, the music is kind of trash too.
Bro, but everybody you gonna pick Chingy?
It was a decent song, man. Like, come on now, one caller. You know what? It's cool. I'll take that L. It's fine.
There was one caller that meant the whole thing. That's why you referenced it.
I almost cut him off for that statement, man.
Wrong.
He done threw me off. So speaking of being one call away, if you could make one call to 3 different people to face Culture Inc. and Kaya Dream, 3 opponents that you've never faced before, dream opponents, who would those 3 people be?
Singles and tag?
Tag and singles, tag.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we want the smoke. We're talking about D'Angelo Hawkins.
Wow.
I'm not.
Yo.
My bad.
With the cup.
Angelo Dawkins.
My bad.
Street Profits, we got you, boy.
Along with Bianca Belair would be a good against us.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I love Bianca. I love Mickey.
Man, I'm tired.
I grew up watching Mickey and Melina. They would be somebody else.
Oh, Eminem would have been a good squad also. Eminem, yeah. Melina, Nitro, and
Mercury. I'm gonna say this right now. My only singles match, my only 2 singles matches that I won, I only have 2. John Cena and Rey Mysterio. That's it. John Cena, the 5 moves of doom. Yeah. I'll take that and lose every day.
Just give me 5 moves, and I'll be straight. I was in the ring with
That's
Johnson
what I want.
5 times.
If I
5
could.
times.
If I could, I'd have to. I'd have to book a team. I'd have to. Especially as a tag team, Harlem Heat.
Hey, man.
Steiner Brothers.
Stevie's alive.
Huh?
Stevie, yes, he's still
No, I
alive.
know that. Yeah.
He's he's asking because he's the baby. He don't know. He's
My bad,
asking.
yeah, it's
That's before I
yeah,
started.
y'all before that time. But yeah, like Harlem Heat, the Steiner Brothers.
Well,
you know
I
what
was
I'm
named
saying?
after
Like,
Scott Steiner's manager, Medeja.
Oh,
My
see.
middle name's Medeja.
I didn't even know that. Learn something new every day.
hashtag now you know.
I didn't say
Right.
it 3 times, but
You say hashtag.
no.
But yeah, singles wise for me, well, if I had to wrestle it here, damn, I can't even limit it. I can't even honestly name it. There's too many. There's too many. Nah, I said John Cena.
But he wants you to name one.
He
Name
said
that
3.
one.
He said 3.
Well, name.
You could give us one. One works.
Let's do one. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I feel
That
like it's-
one.
Booker T.
Okay.
Between Booker T or Jericho. Literally, between those two. And if I'd add a third, I'd add like AJ in there. If I want to add some past names, it'd be Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, you know what I'm saying? Definitely HBK, Triple H, especially Triple H. I mean, that's why my nickname was M3, you know, it's almost like Triple H, you know, so it's shoot nickname M3.
But with that being said, the challenge is being laid out. Okay, Coach Inc. We don't got to profit off our streets talking about we want the smoke. All right, Bianca. All right, Street Province. Y'all watching this and y'all come across it, we won't stay woke. Stay woke. All right. It's the truth. That was off the
There you
dome.
have it.
I
It's
wrestled
the
it,
truth.
but it's kind of just.
The profits are up, and they want the smoke. So I mean, hey, you gotta put it out there. It's gonna happen one day.
Exactly.
Definitely speaking in existence, you know.
Oh, yeah. So,
Since putting yourself, well, let me ask. He's like your manager. Let me ask him then, if he could have a promo battle with one person, who would he want to go back and forth with?
Stokely Hathaway. What's his name? Malcolm Bivens now?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stokely Hathaway, meet Nick J. Holiday.
Oh.
I want that smoke. I want that work. See, now that's a dream scenario for me.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. So before we close out, I'm gonna ask 2 more questions.
What's up?
On Few Survive, Jinx asks you, do you see yourself as champions? What should we be looking out for you when we see you on Few if we see you on SWE and when we see you at Generation Championship Wrestling? What should the people take away from Culture Inc. besides stay woke? Don't say stay woke again. we woke. I want that at the end. But what should they be looking out for?
We stand for what we stand for. Black excellence. We don't need gold to prop us up because we're gonna be over regardless. The gold will just be a compliment, you know what I'm saying, to us at the end of the day, you know, because regardless, we will be the hardest workers and we're gonna put on the best and nobody can take that from us.
We're gonna bring it to you.
And we're just gonna bring it. All of it. All 400%.
That's what we like to do. Simple as that.
They gonna bring this. Ooh. Okay, our final segment is what we call the put yourself over moment. This is when you tell us about your social media, where people can contact you, where they can go support you, buy your things, watch your journey. Can you let us know all your social media and everything?
Definitely.
Step up, please, on Instagram and Twitter. STEPUPPLEASE. Just step up and follow that boy, please.
and mine is Kaya Dream on Instagram and Twitter. So it's KIAH and then Dream.
I'm MB Integrator on Twitter and Instagram. It's MB as in Malik Bosidi Integrator. And then Malik Bosidi on Facebook.
Nobody knows that.
Stop.
I'm the name that's changing the game. At Nick J Holiday, all together, just Nick, the letter J, and then spell Holiday with it. And then you got our whole
Instagram page, Coach Inc. 2 Eyes on the Ink. Facebook, Coach Inc. 2 Eyes on the Ink.
YouTube.
Twitter, Coach Inc. 2 Eyes on the Ink.
Who runs y'all Instagram? What's up with the clips?
Coach Eclipse.
Coach, your clips. I feel what you're doing there. I see him.
Oh, that's real.
I'm like, okay. I remember all these shows, and
Take
I
me back.
like what you're doing. So yeah,
Yeah. So another thing about Coach Inc. We want to put new fans onto our culture. Our culture that we grew up on that they didn't necessarily grow up on. You know what I'm saying? You can name some classes right now. You got Family Matters, Sister. What you got? Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you keep it
Oh,
going.
one-on-one, Moesha,
Hey, I'll go.
the Proud
I'll
Family.
go far as Sanford and Son, really.
Yeah, Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
the
gonna see all
Boondocks.
that. Say it again.
We get some Boondocks clips.
Oh, for sure. Rest in peace to Pops. Yeah, that's a given. I got you on that. I got you on the Boondocks clips for sure. Just none of that. You know what I'm saying?
The
None of
Wayans.
that. Yeah.
Living Color.
Oh, Living Color.
We just have some Nickelodeon to it too, like
Keenan and Kel.
Hidden Legend Temples. Legend of the Hidden Temple. Yeah. Guts.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
That was nice. You got some old classic shows, Kyle, you grew up on?
What that nigga?
Pretty much everything you named.
That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying?
Girlfriends, I don't think so.
Girlfriends, yeah. See, William was my dog. You know what I'm saying? What man, you know what I'm saying, can hold out a show and be a bigger star than those four? You know what I'm saying? But he found a way to do that. William, my dog, man. For sure.
You said a bigger star than those four?
Yeah, he did, man. He's the most comedic one out of all that. All his segments, his relationship with I forgot the girl's name, but his relationship with her, he was a better accountant than Joan. You know what I'm saying? I think he got promoted than Joan. He was doing his thing. William's my dog, man. He's the goat to me.
I give you a little bit on that one. I
There
give
we
you a
go.
little
Thank
bit
you,
on
my
that
man. There we
one.
go.
So you 1 for 2. You got Chingy and you got that. So we don't know what we're gonna do here.
I'll take that one. I'll take
All
that
right.
one.
All right. So few survive. Fighting Evolution Wrestling. I say few survive. That's the Instagram name. It premieres October 31st on Roku, Amazon, YouTube. You can see the Culture Inc. You can also see them on SWE Fury TV in San Antonio, Texas. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to their Instagram that they told you about. I like to thank you guys for just coming here. Don't leave before we close out, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my ending here. So thank you, Jinx, for joining us. I'm Terry with We Love Wrestling.
Thank
And
you,
as,
Jinx.
Thank you.
and as I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.